Recently, I interviewed the Environmental Law Alliance Worldwide, or ELAW. They help communities speak out for clean air, clean water, and a healthy planet. They are a global alliance of attorneys, scientists, and other advocates collaborating across borders to build a sustainable, just future. And I interviewed them because I felt like it was important to understand the legal system and how it could be used to combat climate change.
How could we use the legal system to combat climate change and fix the leading causes?
So, the legal system can be used to regulate the industries that emit greenhouse gases, as well as create framework to address accountability for those industries that emit too much greenhouse gases. It can also be used, on the other hand, to create incentives for having and using sustainable energy sources. A major problem we have in the legal system is that the polluting industries have a lot of political power. So a lot of these things are very difficult to pass and to win, even in the legal system. And I would argue as well that the polluting industries have done a very good job in their word choice and for targeting the public. For example, there was a fossil fuel tax proposed in the early 90s at the beginning of the Clinton-Gore administration. And it may have been the late 80s, but around that time. But it was not passed ultimately because the fossil fuel companies and big oil in America funneled all the money they could into these campaigns, basically saying, oh, this tax will be imposed on us, gas prices are going to skyrocket, and these other countries don't have to pay these taxes, and that's not fair. And ultimately it wasn't passed because the public agreed, oh, that's not fair. And additionally, the big oil companies in the late 80s, throughout the 90s, and even some of the early 2000s were paying people who had PhDs, who were scientists, to emphasize the uncertainty in aspect of the reports that came out as early as the late 70s, saying that, hey, the rate that we're producing fossil fuels can be catastrophic and detrimental. But the matter of the fact is, if the scientists neglected to report those uncertainties in their report would be incomplete and to an extent dishonest. But the oil companies did a great job highlighting the uncertainties, and it created a lot of what would be called like science deniers and people saying, oh, it's not as bad as they're saying it is.
Want to help this cause? For more information and how to show your support, check the link in the description below. Thank you.